Hi everyone, welcome to our mindfulness Zen class for Tuesday. My name's Sunim and thank you for joining us. Tonight we're going to do more breath work, as I think it's a very important aspect of our practice. So you may not realize it, but your breath is actually like a superpower. And I actually don't say this lightly because it is. You can be very unaware of it and allow various aspects of things in your life to control your emotions, your stress, your anger, your anxiety. But if you know how to use your breath, you can reduce a lot of these symptoms. And it's not just me talking from a spiritual or religious or Buddhist kind of view, which is okay if you believe, but there is also a lot of scientific research and backing for this. So, in fact, the research actually shows that breathing practices are very, very powerful for helping you reduce your stress, anxiety, and even depression. Okay, so stress, anxiety, depression. And you don't have to take any pills for that. It also helps you to sleep better. And when you do your breath work, it helps you to regulate your emotions better, that you become less reactive and you can choose how to respond to situations which are difficult for you. These are just some of the research benefits of having a good breath practice. And so tonight I'd like to continue, and I will introduce another practice later on to help you to relax for those of you who are having perhaps difficulty sleeping. So the first, again, is I'd like us to reconnect with our breath. So place one hand under your lower belly and one hand on your chest, middle of your chest, where your heart is. Close your eyes. Sit upright, or you can lie down if you want to. And allow your body to relax. And just take a few moments just to settle into this sitting. Loosen your shoulders, loosen your neck, and soften your face. Now we're going to practice lower belly breathing, or what is technically called diaphragm breathing. So we're using this muscle underneath our stomach, this diaphragm muscle, to breathe. And if we use this muscle to breathe, it really enables us to breathe more deeply, to use almost the full capacity of our lungs, which we can't do if we're just using our rib cage or your upper chest to breathe. So, see, you can try as you breathe in through your nose. And all these exercises we're doing is breathing with our nose, because that's an important part of the breathing practice. As you breathe in, allow the air to travel all the way down the back of your throat, down to your lower belly. And you should feel your lower belly expand with the hand that's on it. You should feel it move. If you're feeling the other hand, which is on your chest, your upper chest move, then you're actually using your chest to breathe, which is not very effective, and neither is it a very efficient way of breathing. So, breathing in, allow your breath to travel all the way down to your lower belly. Breathing out. Breathing in. Deep, gentle breaths. And then gently breathe out. And as you breathe out, your lower belly should collapse or fall a bit. There's no need to try too hard. Just allow it to be fairly gentle. In, out. In and out. So just try to feel your breath. Don't think about how it feels. Just feel it with your body, with your hands. A lot of the time we're thinking about how we should feel and judging and comparing. And that already separates us from our experience. So just gently feel your breath. The rising and falling of your lower belly as you breathe in and breathe out. And do it as best as you can, do it gently. You shouldn't be able to hear yourself breathing, and people around you definitely shouldn't be able to hear you breathing either. So very light, gentle breath. Whenever your mind wanders off, that's not a problem. When you notice it, gently let go of your thoughts and come back to feeling your breath again. So you notice how the rhythm of your breath is. When you breathe like this, how gentle and how it's slowed down compared with how you normally breathe. Okay, do one more cycle, then put your hands back to the original position. And just take a few moments to notice how you feel. So this breath work, if you do regular breathing practice, similar to what we've been doing just now, one of the things that the scientific research has discovered actually also boosts your immune system. And there are a lot of, I believe, a lot of health benefits to learning how to breathe correctly as opposed to how we normally breathe. And Zen Master Sun San taught this to us. He called it Sun Yu, which is like Zen play, but it was basically this kind of breathing exercise using our lower belly. And he taught this to the students in America starting in the 1970s, saying that this would help their minds relax and become less complicated. One day, Zen Master Wubong, and this was, I don't know exactly, maybe in the 1980s, he had a very difficult heart problem. But he wanted to go to Korea. He was living in America at that time. He wanted to go to Korea to do a 3-month intensive meditation practice. And I think he was going to be the teacher there also at that time. So he went to see his the heart specialist, doctor, and he told him this is what the schedule is like. We'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 108 bows, and very intensive sitting, like between 9-10 hours of practice every single day, and it's silent and it's cold and everything. So the doctor said to him, I strongly advise you not to go, because if you do, you could put your life at risk. You might die. But then, he really wanted to practice. So he was a little conflicted as to what to do. Then he went to Zen Master Songsan and said, I really want to go to Korea to do this retreat. But I went to see my heart doctor, and this is what he said. He said, if I go, then I'll die. But I really want to go. So Zen Master Songsan said, okay, if you really want to go, then you must do this breathing practice. I think he's told him he had to do it like an hour every day, maybe broken up into 2 half-an-hour sessions. And I'll show you one form of what he did. And he said, if you do this, it will help, to take care of your heart. So he taught this to Zen Master Wubong. Then Zen Master Wubong went, and he was very diligent. Every single day he did this breathing practice for an hour. And then he was okay. And he came back, went to see the heart doctor, and I was like, oh, your heart's okay. It's not, hasn't got any worse. In fact, it's got better a little bit. So that was how it helped him to avoid risking his health or his life, and it really did help him. So he said, that's how he got through that 90-day retreat. And it is very, very strenuous. If any of you who have done those retreats in Korea, where there is not so much food, and it's not that warm, and there's a lot of physical challenges apart from the long sittings. So one of the breathing exercises that Zen Master Songsan taught is this one. So I'd like to share it with you. So what you do is you put both palms of your hands together at the level of your navel, and then you breathe out. Then as you breathe in, you bring your hands up, straight up, with your fingers pointing towards the ceiling, and as you come to the end of your in-breath, you open your palms, facing forwards. Then you breathe out. And then your hands trace a big circle coming down, and continue breathing out until you finish breathing out back to the original point where your palms together. So when you do this breathing exercise, the speed at which your hands move will follow how your breath, the rhythm of your breath. So if you're breathing quite slowly, then your arms will move slowly. If you're breathing quite quickly, then your arms will move more quickly. So your arms follow your breath. So in this and all exercises, we use our nose to breathe. And this is a very important thing, because our nose is an organ for breathing, not our mouth. And it's much more efficient if you breathe through your nose. That's what it's designed for. So please try to use your nose. So let's start putting our palms together at the level of our navel. Completely breathe out through your nose, then breathing in. Hands going up vertically to the top. End of in-breath, open palms, breathing out, big circle, and relax your shoulders if you can. Breathe out, bring your hands in low, right back to where they were, completely breathing out, then breathe in again. So everybody's going to have a slightly different pace, so I suggest you maybe follow my voice, breathing out for 1 or 2 times, then go at your own pace. Breathing out, finish breathing out, breathing in. palms towards, going up towards the ceiling. Out. In. Out. See if you notice how much more deeply you can breathe doing this breathing practice, because this really does open up your chest, your lungs. Okay, let's do one last cycle and end after that. So if you were doing your breath around the kind of same rhythm or speed that I was doing it, a little faster or a little slower, doesn't really matter. You're probably breathing between 6 to 8 breaths or cycles per minute. And that's a lot slower than the usual 12 to 18 times that we normally breathe in our daily life when we're not aware of it. So what your breath actually does is, like I said earlier, it's basically like a superpower, because you can use your breath to influence how your body is. Because your breath can make you feel energized or energy up, or it can help you to relax. So if you want to like excite yourself and make yourself kind of alert, then you breathe fast. Like this. I did it last week with you, and we had this mini experiment where you did this very quick breathing, rapid breathing, and that stimulates your sympathetic nervous system, and it gets your heart pumping, your these stress hormones released, and then you feel kind of really like wired. Then the other way, if we slow down our breath, then what it does is it stimulates the relaxation response, and then our heart rate starts to slow down, we start to relax. Although that takes longer than the sympathetic response, the one that where you get agitated. Slowing things down always takes longer than getting yourself all energy up. So I promised that I would share with you this breathing technique where if you have difficulties sleeping, you can try it. And it was it was suggested by Dr. Andrew Weil. I can't remember which university he's attached to, but he's also very big on these breathing exercises, and it's called the 4-7-8 breath. So how it is very simple. You just remember 4-7-8. You breathe in to a count of 4 or 4 seconds, then you hold your breath for 7 seconds, or a count of 7. Then you breathe out for a count of 8, and you can breathe out using your mouth, making your whoosh sound. And then we do this at least 4 times. So tonight we'll try it 5 times and see how you feel. So I can't do it with you because I do the count, but just remember, in for 4, hold for 7, and out for 8 through your mouth. In is through the nose. Okay, so let's begin by first exhaling. Then in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out through the mouth, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now breathe normally again. See how you feel. I sometimes use this when I'm trying to fall asleep quickly, and it's actually quite amazing how it works. Because as you place your attention in your breath, you're holding your breath, you're not really thinking about other things on your mind. And very quickly, you start to relax. And then I find I fall asleep very, very soon after that. So, if you want, do try it. And if you want a little bit more guidance, you can check out, you can just watch it on YouTube. There are many videos, Dr. Andrew Weil, the 4, 7, 8 breath. So you can try that when you have difficulty sleeping. Okay, so we're pretty much at the end of our breathwork practice session. So I do hope you will try to do some breathwork practice every day, even if it's for 5 minutes. It really does help with all the things I mentioned, being able to reduce your stress, anxiety, or even depression. It improves your emotional regulation, emotional stability, helps you sleep better. And I guess you've all heard of this meditation teacher called Eckhart Tolle. And one of the key things that he emphasizes is be aware of your breath. That's all. That's one of the key aspects of our meditation practice also. If you're aware of your breath, you're present in this reality. You're not in some kind of story in your head which may be causing you a lot of anxiety, anger, sadness, whatever it is. But when you become anchored in this present moment, then you just see and experience things for what the present moment gives you. Not something else that is currently a part of your imagination. So thank you for joining us tonight, and hope you'll join us again on Thursday night, where we'll have a longer session of meditation, and as usual we'll be emphasizing a loving kindness practice, which is hugely important for our current time, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.